When in her 20s, Phyllis Gibbs and her husband were vacationing in St. Augustine in 1968. They walked past the boarded windows of Henry Flagler's Spanish Renaissance Dream.
We came over here on the weekends to St. Augustine, and we happened to be walking by the college, which was not actually a college at that point, the hotel, the Ponce de Leon Hotel. And there was a big sign that said, "We are starting to interview for positions for this building, which will become a college."
By the following year, Gibbs was a part of the inaugural 7-person faculty at the newly founded Flagler College. After teaching English for 7 years, Gibbs started her 45-year reign as the undisputed queen of what would later become the college's theater arts department. Since then, Gibbs has produced and directed over 30 plays and musicals at Flagler alone, and says that working with students is still her greatest passion.
I've kept up with a lot of students. They send me the pictures of their children, you know, they send me comments all the time about what I had meant to them. It's very rewarding. Those are my fondest memories.
In 2014, Gibbs received the Outstanding Woman in the Arts Award from the St. Johns County Cultural Council, in part recognizing the over 50 productions she has been a part of outside of Flagler College.
The most important things I've actually learned from Phyllis have nothing to do with the academic world of theater. Rather, staying true to yourself, remembering to sleep, remembering how important it is to find your passion and to pursue your passion.
Gibbs gave her last lecture on April 21st, but her influence lives on in both her former students and in the department's new chair.
The first time she and I went on a road trip together, when we went to Savannah, this was 20 years ago, I want to say. We went to the Southeastern Theater Conference together, and we had about 4 hours in the car, 3-4 hours in the car. And she told me her experiences at Flagler from the very beginning. And so that entire 3-hour car ride, I was mesmerized with the tales she had to tell about how the school became accredited, what it was like living in basically in Ponce with the students, some of the crazy things that went on. It was absolutely fantastic, and for me that was really a bonding moment.
In her 45 years on campus, Gibbs is one of the few who has witnessed Flagler College's transformation from a tiny women's college to the lively 2,600-strong student body it is today. In the early years, the current Molly Wiley Art Building was the college's only academic facility.
Where the art classes are for studio classes. I think there's 7 of them, 7 classes. We taught all the classes there. So all the English classes, I was teaching 6 English classes at the time. It was liberal arts. So of course there was the main building. That's about it.
Keenan Hall, built in 1888, housed Flagler's library, and the Ringhaver Student Center is only 9 years old. Gibbs' beloved theater department has been in Lewis Auditorium since 1991, and even retirement won't keep her away from her second home.
You know, there comes a time when you just know. You know that it's time for you to step up and let the young blood take over. And for a long time I fought it, but I think that I'm ready, and you know I'm coming back to take courses. I believe that things happen for a reason, and I think that I was placed here at this particular time and that I was meant to teach here. And I don't think I would change anything.
Although Gibbs says this is the right time to retire, her students find it difficult to imagine the theater arts department and this stage without her.
Talking about Phyllis, it makes you really realize how much is going to change. Because I'm about to graduate myself, and you miss being able to call her Phyllis. Because sorry. You're about to go into the world and embrace it like she's taught you to, like all of our professors have taught us to. And yet you don't know whether or not you can call him Phyllis or Andrea. So it's really special that we've had that. So I'll miss that.
I am Kathleen Bajalia for FCTV News Center.